How did you go about starting the Explorers Club of Pittsburgh?
Okay, and met a man named Dr. Graham Netting, who was in charge of the museum and the activities. And he said, fine, whatever you need, we'll get. Well, he did. We used the museum and the lecture halls for the various stages and so forth, and the club grew. There were 24 people came out. When I put an ad in the paper, it says, wanted explorers, call so and forth. Right. For the first 2 years, we had all speleologists and some people who were interested in nature the way it was. But eventually, our own interest overlapped, and my interest in climbing was the first, perhaps. I put that in the paper, 24 people came, and it never stopped growing.
Meeting about. And how did you get into climbing then? It was mostly caving then at the beginning?
I went caving because that was all that was happening.
Right.
And so I switched over to some other things. Eventually got some caving in when that really was great. I was in Washington, D.C. with some friends, and they told me about a cave near Seneca, West Virginia. And so I was still a student at Slippery Rock University. And so Christmas vacation, we were going up a road I'd never been on before. We had a 3-cell flashlight. I was standing on the running board. Remember, there were running boards in those days.
Yeah.
And we went out and spotted it at 9 o'clock in the morning. There's the hole. And it was big flashlight, shined in the hole. We threw out our sleeping bags and in the morning proceeded with the exploration of that. So that became the speleological. And the thing is, at this time, a person who liked dark caves with bats flying around and all the stuff that you get found in caves, especially when there aren't anybody doing the same thing, sort of separated it. But then as they were separated, people came back, talked around the club, and said, well, yeah, we had a good time, but what the heck are those things standing up in there? What's a crystal, you know? And by satisfying their curiosity, many of them, more of them, than stayed to be speleologists, came to be rock climbing, mountain climbing. And that was the start of the Explorers Club. It's been some good things, some bad things, and I can't think of any bad things.
Well, that's good.
The people we met were genuinely good people, and I mean that without any being solicitation at all. They would be getting their stuff laid out, other people would help. There was a sense of community, a sense of being part of being something quite unusual. But most of all, I have seen, I have been, and I have applauded what really good, interesting, worthwhile people are doing with the environment we have, with the historical background, which is a supportive role, with the people who have courage enough to stand out and say no, or maybe, but I'm going to. And that is worthwhile. That is the basic reason for 60 years, is it?
Right.
Something like that. And I found some of my best friends became some of my best friends that also did some of the things that I did they never did before. It's a good thing. It's a good life. I really appreciate the fact that for me, the biggest applaud that I can imagine is just exactly what's happening. When the idea is continuing, some people have to go further. I'd go back to the Arctic in a minute, and I never do it, but I would do it if it were available. And so with everything that has come by with the Explorers Club of Pittsburgh.